Hey guys, I look ratchet. I just woke up. I woke up to a text this morning from my sister and I saw a little picture and a bunch of like crying emojis, and I was just like, oh no, what happened? I couldn't see the picture. And I saw that Alan Rickman had died. And I just did a podcast on this. I got like super emotional. I don't know how it got there to that point, but it's like 30 minutes long. I'll put it below if you want to listen to the full thing, because I didn't really know. I had videos scheduled to go up on both channels today, so I was just like, oh, I don't, you know. I wasn't planning, and I didn't even know what to say really. I got a ton of tweets about people asking like, are you okay? I know you really loved Alan Rickman. If you guys have followed me for any amount of time, you guys know I was like really, I loved Alan Rickman. There's like certain celebrities that just really affect you in life, and he was one of them. And if you guys have followed me for some time, he was one of my earliest inspirations and first crushes, and it's just crazy. I think selfishly, I just am so sad because I've always wanted to meet him and tell him how much he influenced my life, in the sense that, like, I talked about this briefly on my podcast, and I'll just mention it real quick. Like when I was, 13, I loved him, by the way. I loved him when I was 13, and I watched so many of his movies. I used to go to the little video store and like rent every single movie he was in. And I remember I like stalked him basically, and I saw he used to teach classes or like guest spoke or like took classes at like the Royal Shakespeare Company over in England. And I remember they had a summer program, and 13-year-old Trish in freaking Nowheresville, Illinois, like made an audition tape to be, I don't even know what I was thinking. It's probably so expensive. We would probably could never afford it. I made an audition tape and took headshots, and I remember at the beginning of the tape saying how much I loved him and that he was like my inspiration for acting. And I remember acting out a scene. I called it a monologue in my podcast, but it wasn't even a monologue. I did a full scene, like the ending scene, like the rape scene. And I was like him and the girl. It was like too many parts. So just not how you audition. You don't audition with dialogue between two characters. They probably thought I was so crazy, but I just remember being like, I really need to meet him, and I really need to make this happen and be in movies. He's always inspired me to like, act. And like I thought the ultimate goal for me was to be in a movie with Alan Rickman. It's so stupid, like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb when you think about it. Like, that's my goal. And it was like, he's been in such big movies, I don't even know what I was thinking. I remember when he came out with Harry Potter, I was just like, oh my god, I wish I was in it so I could like be next to him. I remember I sent in headshots for Harry Potter. I don't know, this is so crazy. But he's always inspired me. I remember, I also mentioned this briefly on my podcast too, when I got out of the hospital when I was like 19, 20, and had to move back with my dad. My dad took me to see Sweeney Todd because, I loved Alan Rickman. I loved him. I was like so excited. And I just remember getting that surge again that I wanted to be creating and being in movies and going after things and like work in entertainment. And he was just one of those like ultimate people that you just really want to work with. And like me, nothing else me. And if you listen to my whole podcast, I talk about this. I'm just gonna talk about it briefly again. But I used to write fan letters to celebrities when I was young. I wrote them to everyone. I only got 3 responses back from John Travolta, Fabio, and Alan Rickman. And I sent out bulk letters a lot of times, but I wrote a 3-page letter to Alan Rickman, and I remember getting a letter back, and I don't know if it was actually from him or from his office, or I don't know, but it was a detailed letter, and it like acknowledged everything I said in each paragraph. It answered every single question I had. I said I wanted to be an actress, and I was 13, and I remember saying like, they wrote back like, it will happen for you, like keep going, like, it really touched me. So it was like written as if it was from Alan Rickman, and like I said, who knows. And I remember I got the photo back, and it had like an inscription on it to me, and it meant the world to me, being 13 and like in the Midwest. It really meant like the world to me. I don't, and it's just crazy. It's like so crazy. I just, I'm just like a mess. I couldn't say this all in a tweet or, in a Facebook. I can't convey the sadness and the emotion, because I was tweeting my new video today, and, I said happy birthday to my friend and hairstylist Angel, and you know, I was just kind of gonna go forward, but everyone kept tweeting me, which is so sweet because like a lot of people knew, you know, that I like loved him, and so everyone kept tweeting me, and the more that I was getting tweeted at, the more emotional I was getting, and I was just like, I can't respond because like I couldn't possibly say all this even through a video or a podcast, like not for those a tweet, you know. Gosh, I just always really loved him, and it's just really sad. I wasn't even this affected when Michael Jackson died, and I was a huge Michael Jackson fan. I do get emotional like this sometimes, like when I watch Elvis and stuff, because it's just on a selfish level, it's just like I'll never get to meet those people that like impacted my life so much. And Alan Irwin was one of them for sure. He started out as in theater, that's why I did theater when I was younger, because I was just like, oh, he started in theater, like but yeah, I'm celebrating his life more on my podcast. It gets a little more upbeat, so if you guys want to listen to that, like I said, I'll put it below, because I just really felt like I had to talk about it, and my sister and I just, anyways, go listen to that. We talk about Harry Potter and how we cried at like his death, his Snape stuff, and just, there's a lot more, but I just really loved him. And as I ended my podcast, you know, it's like life is short. I had a dream last night, actually a terrible dream about about one of my own family members, and it was really awful. It was really awful. So to wake up to this, it was like, death sucks, and like a lot of people aren't afraid of death, but I am. Death's inevitable. Like we all have to die, and it's really sad, and I can't deal with it. Like, see how emotional I am over someone that I never even met. Like, I couldn't deal with it, someone so close. Like, I really have to die before any of my family does, because I couldn't handle it. And so I did my podcast. It's like, life is really short. It's like, you need to appreciate it and go after things you want in life. Like, life is too short to not to, you know what I mean? And I've kind of always lived my life that way, and I'm gonna continue to, because my life's scary sometimes. I don't know if I have it all together and like what I'm gonna do in my future. It's really scary, but like I'm gonna just keep living it how I am, because I'm doing stuff I love and I'm trying to make something happen, and I think that's what's important. And if I were to die tomorrow, you know, at least I could say I tried everything and I lived a really like happy life and stuff. So all of this just kind of came at a bad timing, I suppose, like with my nightmare last night, and then waking up to this, and then all the tweets, and then just realizing like I need to be doing more, and like why didn't I do more before? Like, I get so like mad at myself, like, why couldn't you have been a Harry Potter church? It's like, one, I'm not British, but also it's like, or Joanna in fucking Sweeney Todd, like she was probably my age. Like, why couldn't I have gotten further in my life by that time? So stupid. But you know, everything happens, I guess, the way it's supposed to. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here, and thank you guys for all your tweets and love. And I'm so sorry I got emotional. Like, it was crazy. I woke up this morning from the text from my sister, and I actually did cry. I'm actually devastated, because I was like, I know. But okay, I'm sure I don't know if there's still gonna be a video going up today on this channel. I don't know what's happening. I'll figure it out. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.